bounce-back players, guys who have put up numbers in the past, maybe not so much last year, but guys you're expecting to bounce back in a big way. Jamie Benn, Anze Kopitar, William Nylander, the Ghost, Shane Gostisbehere, and Semyon Varlamov. Where are you going?
I'm taking William Nylander for the Toronto Maple Leafs. He's center right wing, so right off the bat you get a dual eligible player. But when I look at bounce backs, I'm looking at a couple different factors. Number one is shooting percentage. William Nylander shot 5% less than his career average last season. Another thing I'm looking at is puck position. Puck possession. Was the player driving possession on the ice? Yes, he led all Maple Leafs with a plus shot attempts rating. One more thing about William Nylander is lineup placement. Last season, he was stuck on the third line. This season, guess what? He's reunited with my favorite, Austin Matthews. That is going to be a dynamic duo this season.
All right, Pete, who you got?
I'm going Kopitar. I mean, he has the name value. May seem like an obvious one, but he had an enormous dip in points last year from 92 2 seasons ago to 60. The things that I like surrounding Kopitar, his two-way game. Even if the Kings are near the bottom of the standings, he should put up well more than 60 points next season. Power play one exposure to Doughty. New coach, Todd McClellan. They had two coaches last year. Maybe some stability here from the old division rival coach in McClellan. And then some options on the wing that I like, even if they're sneaky ones. Tyler Toffoli in a contract year. Ilya Kovalchuk, another one that nobody's talking about. In general, nobody's talking about the LA Kings, but this is a team with championship pedigree led by Anze Kopitar. So I have some faith in Kopitar. If you can get him like 150 overall, he could score 90 points again. It's not out of the realm. That's crazy good value.
That would be a nice steal that deep in the draft. Lastly, how about breakout players? Take a look at some guys who could really have breakout seasons. Shea Theodore coming off the offseason that we know about. Carter Hart's small sample size, but he looked good in Philly. Andrei Svechnikov with Carolina. Tom Wilson and Brady Tkachuk. Pete, where are you going? You're on a goaltender, aren't you? I can feel it.
I like Carter Hart. Rob mentioned Pettersson. Last year's show, I mentioned Carter Hart as a deep sleeper rookie. Look at what Carter Hart did last season as a 20-year-old goalie, the best 20-year-old goalie since Carey Price. So Hart had a .917 save percentage. Price had a .920 years back. And that is a very fair comparison here. Carter Hart brings stability to the position of weakness for Philadelphia for the better part of the past decade. New coach Alain Vigneault could spark the offense. They have a very deep offense. They got a ton of players in our top 250, 11 to be exact, including Carter Hart. If he brings the stability, he's going to be a top 10 fantasy goalie, and he's attainable right now around 75 overall, so pretty decent value there.
All right, break out a guy. Who are you taking?
I'm sick and tired of people telling me on Twitter that Tom Wilson is one-dimensional in fantasy hockey. That simply is not true. Look at his past 91 games. He has 60 points. How's that taste, critics? Also, that translates to 53 points in an 82-game season. So you're telling me, outside the top 160 in drafts, you can get a player with a career hits average of 3.2 per game. He's going to skate alongside Kuzi and Ovi, and he's going to have a 50-plus point season. He is destined to finish top 50 in Yahoo. Don't come crying back to me when he does.